Good evening. It's just ticked over to 6 o'clock and that means freedom. WA's 5-day snap lockdown has lifted. More than 2 million West Australians can now enjoy a beer at the pub, meals at restaurants, visit to cafes, shops and playgrounds, but not without masks. They'll be mandatory for at least the next 8 days. Schools will open on Monday, but there are new restrictions post-lockdown on travelling between regions and limits on gatherings. We have reporters across the suburbs tonight with the latest advice. Gary Adshead begins our coverage.
Relief as the clock struck 6. The lockdown is lifting right now and the rules are shifting. Even the irritating masks are coming off for vigorous exercise as the people of Perth and Peel leave their homes, but still face another week of restrictions.
I know this week has been disruptive and I know many of you may be hurting.
We estimate over $100 million in revenue and sales has been lost as a result of this shutdown.
The single case of coronavirus, which mysteriously escaped 4 Points Sheraton via a security guard, impacted the lives of more than 2 million West Australians in the Perth, Peel and South West regions. The Premier couldn't say if he'd apply the same severe lockdown model if we get another one, but
continuous ongoing lockdowns and crippling restrictions is something I want to avoid if we can.
In the meantime, schools are back from Monday. All businesses and venues can reopen. We can eat and drink out again under the 4 square metre rule and with a cap of 150 patrons.
If it's a venue that's only 100 square metres, it means that they're looking at 25 patrons, and in some situations that's just not enough to justify opening for a period of a week.
Sport is allowed. Weddings can go ahead with a maximum of 150 guests, and the guests can dance. Home gatherings are okay with up to 20 people, and we can travel freely between Perth and Mandurah.
The South West will revert back to pre-lockdown conditions as of 6 p.m. tonight.
But in Perth and Peel, you still can't leave home without a mask. That includes all students. Nightclubs and the casinos stay shut. You can't stand while eating or drinking in venues. Visiting aged or disability care facilities is banned unless on compassionate grounds. And travelling out of Perth or Peel regions to other parts of the state is not allowed unless essential.
I just prefer, if we possibly can, to crush the virus, get it out of our system and then reopen across the board.
What are some better options available to us so that businesses don't have to wear such significant costs of such a strong lockdown?
Taking a hotspot approach to future outbreaks is one option.
Generally, what that means is there's ongoing outbreaks for months on end. That's what's happened in New South Wales.
We still don't know how the virus was transferred from a quarantined COVID guest at the hotel to the security guard. This video showed how air from inside a hotel room was sucked out into the corridor.
There's a lot of commentary out there. This stuff is being reviewed as we speak.
The Premier also announced some relief for about 85,000 small businesses after a week of zero trade.
Small businesses and charities impacted by the 5-day COVID-19 lockdown will be able to access a $500 offset on their electricity bills.
A $500 credit simply doesn't go far enough and doesn't give the businesses here the support that they deserve.
The remaining restrictions will be lifted on February 14 if we make it to Valentine's Day free of further COVID cases. Gary Adshead, 9 News.